Hello everybody, Jennifer here from Herbalicious Gardens, and we're doing a little update on what's going on here. We got a little garden project going on in this area. So I pulled up all of my celery, I pulled up all of the potatoes and carrots, and we did a bunch of weeding today, and that white stuff that you see all along the way is lime, which is beneficial to your garden. And I did read, well, I didn't read, my husband read, that lime does not mix well with woodchuck paws. So, when they step on it, they're going to be like, ouch, which, I'm sorry, but it is what it is at this point because, they keep trying to get in, and I mean, they've eaten back a lot of the butternut squash, which seems to be bouncing back. They got into the honeydews, which seems to be bouncing back. Like anything they got into is bouncing back, and I guess they just, trim the leaves back for me, if you will. But they've just been awful. There's one. We think the other one died. But judging on the size of the holes that it's digging, I think it's the smaller one. So, anyways, that's what's going on with the white stuff around. This does also keep ants out, which we're having a huge problem with ants as well. So, this nasturtium here, this is a bush nasturtium. It does not look great. So I'm going to move it to that side of the garden, or maybe that side, I'm not quite sure yet. And then we're going to take this entire bin up and we're going to put it in the greenhouse. And I got to make sure there's enough room in the greenhouse for a potting area, and like grow bags and stuff like that. This thing right here, this area is a mess, excuse that. This is going to be going in the greenhouse as well because it's deep enough for things like carrots or whatever. I could do like a row of carrots and like a row of lettuce or something. It's deep enough for that. This has kind of been like my storage garbage area. So that's going to get lifted up. That's going to get lifted up. All the dirt's going to get raked out over here and spread out, especially... you see where that area is here with the big brick thing? That's a really deep hole that they dug. So we're gonna fill that in with this dirt, which I would laugh if I found some potatoes in that. Now this bin right here is gonna stay for now because this has the onions in it, and some are struggling, some are doing pretty good. I've already pulled about 4 or 5. And then these are the strawberry plants that are left over that are the good strawberries. Like they're like, decent size. They're not this like small piddly little ones. And then this grass is gonna go. So yeah, we're gonna rake all this out. This is gonna stay because that's the parsley area, and I mean that's fine there. And then we're gonna be planting our blueberry bushes in here. So one, they'll be protected from any critters trying to eat them, even though this is big enough for a little bunny to just like, I mean, I can put my hand right through that. It's big enough for a bunny to get through, but I do have things that I can put around so they can't get in. And then next year, before they start to produce berries, I'd like to get like a covering, like almost like a shade cloth, or something for this area. So that's something that we're working on. And you can see like a bunch of weeding. We've been doing a bunch of weeding, and I just want to showcase these. I have to cut, see the tip of my fingers? I've got to cut that one. But I mean, these sunflowers I think have reached 8 to 9 feet tall. These are my red sunflowers, and there's so many pollinators. Oh my gosh, there's so many different types of bees, and there's just an insane amount of budding going on. We've got beefsteak tomatoes. We've got, ever since I trimmed this back, the pickling cucumbers have been exploding. I've got my dill, which is growing really well. And there is a caterpillar that does like dill. For some reason, like the name is on the tip of my tongue, but it's a good caterpillar. Don't get rid of it because it's an actual butterfly. Over here, I've got my pole beans, which are doing really well. I just cut back some of my basil. I've got San Marzano tomatoes coming in. I've got my sweet potatoes coming in. The slips are growing really nicely. Though I think I gotta cover some of this, which I might do. And fun fact is, I've heard people just plant the potatoes, the sweet potatoes, in the ground, but I did start them in a jar and let them root, and then they grow the slips, and then you take the slips off and root the slips, and then you plant them. And my rhubarb. Let's zoom in. Ooh, I think I could pick some of that soon. This is my first year growing that, and I just like to mix it with strawberry. I haven't had it by itself, but yeah, so I cleared out this bin. This is another project that I'm working on this weekend and this week because my husband's on vacation, so this is what we're doing. I'm going to be laying down a bunch of paper bags. I saved a whole bunch of paper bags because Rhode Island doesn't do plastic anymore, and they give you an insane amount of paper bags. So I'm going to be putting those ink side down, and then that's going to prevent all of the weeds there from growing. And then of course I got to get around. And what I might do is I might throw some mulch in this area to prevent the weeds from growing. And then that's going to be the start of the fall garden. And then of course the winter garden's going to be in the greenhouse. So that's what's going on here. That's the spaghetti squash. That's the cow peas growing right there. And everything's looking really good, guys. So that's what's up. So don't forget to hit that like, share, follow for more.